Cinema is just a new way of, not even so new, it's been around for over hundreds of years, a century and a half roughly. But cinema is just a new way of communicating, of storytelling. The human beings have needed to tell stories and communicate with each other from the beginning of time, to share everything from folk wisdom to advice, to entertain each other. Filmmaking, movies, are just another way of sitting around a campfire and telling stories, only a lot more interesting. My original impetus, motivation to make movies came from my amazement that movies could make me laugh, movies could make me cry, movies could make me angry. And if there's one thing that I aspire to as a filmmaker, is to be able to affect audiences that way, or to scare them. Even that serves a valuable function too. To get an audience to scream is an amazing accomplishment. And it's not sadistic, it's really kind, because in the final analysis, I think that when we are able to experience emotion in a movie and remember, which we do, that it's only a movie, we can feel fear and expiate that fear a little bit. I think scary films provide a catharsis. At home on my 85-inch 4K Ultra HD television set, I'm able to watch films from the beginning of film history. First of all, I think this is a great year for films. I think films are getting better and better. They're becoming more sophisticated. They're in terms of not just technology and our ability to sit at home and watch any film almost on some streaming platform or YouTube. As a matter of fact, I went back to school 10 years ago and took some film history classes, and I was able to see films in 2015 that I could only hear about or read about in 2065 when I first went to film school. Anybody can make a movie now with their iPhone, and they can edit it on their laptop. So a lot more junk films are being made. There are no villains in cinema. I give almost anybody that goes out and has the energy to make a movie, even if it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen, I give them credit, because sheer energy, work, and discipline it takes to get a movie made. And then, of course, there are great filmmakers in history who've been villainized, and I have compassion for them too, like Leni Riefenstahl, who made Olympiad in 1936. These were films that were used for Nazi propaganda, but they revolutionized cinematic techniques. She did Triumph des Willens, Triumph of the Will, which was about the Nuremberg rally. You know, an evil film in a lot of ways, because it was used as Nazi propaganda, but she did an incredible job, and it was so amazing to have a woman director making such a revolutionary, accomplished film at that time. From Sam Fuller to Howard Hawks to Billy Wilder, a lot of the German Jewish directors that fled Germany in 1933 and wound up in Hollywood making great films like Billy Wilder. But Jean-Luc Godard, 1963, I went to the theater and saw his film Abu Dussouf, Breathless, and it was revolutionary because of the freedom artistic freedom that he exercised in that film, breaking so many rules, and it worked.